During 2013, Roddy Riddle, aged 45, set out on the biggest sporting challenge of his life when in the Sahara Desert he completed the Marathon des Sables. Not only did that entail running 155 miles in 6 days across the sand dunes, with one day featuring 3 dunes each as big as a Monroe, but in Roddy's case it also involved managing type 1 diabetes, with which he was diagnosed 5 years ago.
Yeah, did the Marathon Des Sables. The reason I chose the toughest foot race in the world was to show that type 1 diabetes shouldn't stop you from achieving your goals. So me going there and competing, not just taking part but competing in it, if it gives the confidence to fellow diabetics to do even the smallest amount of exercise, it was mission accomplished. Am I nervous? Not sure, just want to get started now. Not too warm at the moment, but I think the forecast is for it to be pretty warm. So we'll see at the finish. I had a couple of little blips where my blood glucose dropped a wee bit, but I had a thing called a continuous glucose monitor, which gave me trends of what my blood glucose was doing. Although there was a 15-minute lag, it still gave me an idea of what I needed to do on the move all the time. So it was just 2 minor little lows during the event. Well, that's day 1 out of the way, thank goodness for that. Done some tough things, but that was a tough day today. No wonder Hee-Haw can live out here. It helped an awful lot because it gives you, although there's a 15-minute lag with the CGM, it gives you trend arrows. So arrows going up mean get some insulin on board. An arrow going straight on just means that you're staying at that level continuously for a while. And a dipping arrow means get some food on board. So meant that I could control my levels very well whilst running. It was one of the toughest 19 miles. In fact, it's definitely the toughest 19 miles I've ever done. When I was queuing to do the emails, we were speaking to a previous MDS competitor, and they said that it's the toughest Marathon Des Sables stage in history, and believe me, it certainly felt like it, with the heat bouncing off the rock in the last ascent, which had gradients minimum of 25% and possibly 1 and 2 in bits. So very tough day. We've got 23 miles tomorrow, but I believe it's quite flat, and then the day after that's a long stage, and if we finish that in a day then we get a rest day, so fingers crossed. So until tomorrow, bye. Insulin pump, on the last day I was cannulas were running out because they weren't sticking to my skin just because of the dust and everything. And then on the last day the insulin actually crystallised in the pump, but I always went there with a backup plan to cover all eventualities, so I had to just rely on my old insulin pens after that. Because I was running in temperatures up to 52 degrees and the pump was on the outside of on a clip on my rucksack, so I could see the continuous glucose monitor all the time, so that it was just the severe heat just getting to the insulin. It's day 4 and it's the longest stage so far for Marathon Des Sables. We have done just short of 75 miles so far, and today is 48 miles and there's not a cloud in the sky, so I think it's going to be pretty cooking. Main message would be, don't let diabetes rule you. You take total control of your diabetes and don't let it stop you achieving your goals. Well, that's it. 2013 Marathon Des Sables finito. Finished today with the traditional marathon stage, 26.2 miles, which included a lot of tough sand dunes. Our man Andy, who's doing the video camera there, he got me through it. This is to prove that I finished. What a tough week, but well worth it, and just to show diabetics can do it. Rule diabetes, don't let it rule you. Come on, rock.